Okay, today I'm going to be talking about the pay gap between the U.S. women's national team and the U.S. men's national team, soccer. And I'm going to start off with this video that it's an interview with 4 of the players from the U.S. women's national team, and the beginning just explains the pay gap. So we're going to watch the beginning for right now.
Currently, when athletes play in World Cup games, qualifiers, and non-competitive friendly matches, they're paid a base annual salary with potential bonuses for winning. According to the complaint, that breaks down to between $3,600 and about $5,000 for women per game. For men, it ranges from just over $6,000 to as much as $17,000. And if they make the World Cup roster, female players receive 44% of what their male counterparts earned. That's despite drawing crowds of similar size and racking up unprecedented achievements like their 3rd World Cup trophy last summer and back-to-back Olympic gold medals, giving the team that made us all believe a chance to make history again.
Okay, so just that first part was just explaining the pay gap leading up to their interview, and so we'll take a look at that later. And then since I'm a soccer player, I pretty much watch every women's national game and men's national game, so pretty knowledgeable about each player and their games and their statistics. And in the speech, I'll talk about the 3 reasons why women's professional soccer team should receive equal salary. The 3 reasons being the U.S. women's national team has been more successful in the FIFA World Cup tournament than the U.S. men's team, and the women play more games during the season with a better record. And lastly, viewer ratings of the U.S. women's national team has risen higher than many of men's professional sports. So we are going to start with the record of the women's national team. There's a quote, according to the Adelphi University Master in Science Sports Management, the U.S. women's national team have won first place 3 times in the FIFA World Cup games, in 1991, 1999, and 2016, and in 2nd place in 2011, and 3rd place in 1995, and 2003 and 2007. And the men's national team have only made it to 3rd place in 1930. And Hope Solo is the goalie for the women's national team. She's a 2-time gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist, a World Cup champion, and she has a few words on this topic. She said to the Huffington Post, "The numbers speak for themselves. We are the best in the world, have 3 World Cup championships, 4 Olympic championships. The U.S. men's national team get paid more to just show up than we get paid to win major championships." So she feels as though the men just get to show up and get paid way more than the women do to even win gold medals and championships and stuff like that. So now we've talked about the World Cup results, and let's look at the team's games played each year and the results. So the second reason the U.S. women's national team deserve equal pay is because they play more games in the season than the U.S. men's national team, and they also have better records. According to the women's national team and men's national team official website, the U.S. women's national team played 25 games in the year of 2016 and 27 games in the year 2015. 2016, they ended with a record of 1 loss and penalty kicks, 2 ties, and 22 wins. 2015, they ended with a record of 2 losses, 5 ties, and 20 wins. I also found on that same website that the U.S. men's national team played 18 games in the year of 2016 and 20 games in the year of 2015. 2016, they had a record of 6 losses, 1 tie, and 11 wins. In 2015, they had a record of 7 losses, 3 ties, and 10 wins. So now we're going to watch the rest of another part of that video. This is where they talk about the reasons why they specifically think that they should get equal pay. There's a little crash.
Currently, when athletes play in World Cup games, qualifiers, and non-competitive options here, if the U.S. Soccer Federation says, sorry, we can't do this at this time, are you willing and prepared to boycott games? Will you strike? What will you do?
Well, I think that's why we're here taking this action and filing this complaint is that we have sacrificed so much. Every single day we sacrifice just as much as the men. We work just as much. We endure just as much physically and emotionally. And our fans really do appreciate us every day for that. We saw that with the high of last summer, and we're really asking and demanding now that now our federation and our employer really step up and appreciate us as well.
So this video talks about how this is Hope Solo and Alex Morgan and Carly Lloyd and then Becky Salbrun, and Alex Morgan is talking about how each day they work just as hard as the men, how they endure just as much physical and mental, like all these different things that each of them do every single day, and they all strongly believe that they should deserve at least equal pay. So seeing how successful the U.S. Women's National Team is, we're going to talk about the viewer ratings of the U.S. Women's National Team. The third reason that the U.S. Women's National Team deserves equal pay is because the viewer ratings are raising higher than a lot of men's professional sports. Now we'll look at some data from Sports Media Watch. They reported that in 2011, the Women's World Cup final ranked as the most viewed soccer telecast, regardless of gender, ever on ESPN. The sixth most viewed soccer telecast ever on a single network, also regardless of gender. And the second most viewed daytime program in the history of cable television. It drew 7.4 million US ratings and 13.458 million viewers. The early round matches in the World Cup each had at least 3 million viewers, ranking them in the top 10 most watched women's games ever. One match was against Nigeria, which was broadcast against the NBA Finals and America's Got Talent, and still netted 5 million viewers. And the final was the most watched soccer telecast ever in the US, with a total of 26.7 million viewers. That topped previous record of 26.5 million for the 2014 Men's World Cup final. And so this graph just shows the viewership in millions against all the other sports that are being viewed. Overall, women's professional sports should receive equal pay, and the pay gap is slowly decreasing, but is still evident in today's sports. The pay gap discourages women because they are treated unfairly, but the hard work of the U.S. Women's National Team has proven that they deserve the same pay as the U.S. Men's National Team. Thank you.